Okay, today we're going to talk about the free enterprise system and a free enterprise economy. Okay. By definition, the free enterprise system is the belief that people have the right to make a living as they see fit, and that people can start their own businesses and own the means of production without government interference. Okay, so you can start your own business, you can own all of the ways that you can produce your end product and not have the government interfere in that business. All right, your origins of the free enterprise system in the United States go back to Europe, as with many things. And Alexander Hamilton, who is going to be the first Secretary of the Treasury, is heavily influenced by the economic concept of laissez faire economics. It translates to let do. Okay, so you kind of have this hands off approach. It's originally written by Adam Smith in the book The Wealth of Nations in 1776. And what he's saying is that the economy should function free from government interference. So there should be no protective tariffs, there should be no national bank, a true hands off approach. Let things happen as they happen. Hamilton believed that the development of private businesses and in the concept of laissez faire economics, but he also has some of his own ideas. And remember, in his financial plan, he wanted to establish a national bank. He thought that we needed to have protective tariffs to raise revenue and things of that sort. So, yes, we're going to try and have a hands off approach in a sense, but that he believes in instituting some government regulations like protective tariffs and having a national bank. So, the hands off approach can strengthen the economy, but there are still some things he believes the government should do. Right, the history of free enterprise in the United States is that things are going to begin under the concept of free enterprise, but you're going to have some issues with monopolies and corruption, and as we'll talk about, the factories and factory systems, a lot of your factory owners not caring about workers and people losing jobs and limbs and all kinds of stuff, their lives, because there were no government regulations on things, that the federal government has to step in to protect the average citizen. Okay, some people get a little greedy and don't care as much as necessary, so the government has to step in. The U.S. is now a free enterprise country with government regulations over various industries and businesses. So we would call it a mixed economy. There are still some things that are hands off, but there are some regulations to make sure things are fair, so to speak, and in line when being humane. All right, with the free enterprise in the United States, there's a belief that people have a right to make a living as they see fit. People can start their own businesses. They can own the means of production without government interference. And you can basically start any business that you would like in the U.S. as long as it's within the confines of the law. You cannot start some illegal business and be like, hey, it's free enterprise. No, that would be technically illegal, so you can't do those things. Okay, so again, this belief is centered around the idea that the market is going to dictate whether or not your business is going to be successful. And your market is the people who are buying your product. If they don't desire it, you are not going to be successful. All right, so some businesses are going to become like national and multinational corporations like Walmart or McDonald's or things of that nature. Others are going to operate on more of a local level. They're called mom and pop businesses that are often run by families and exclusively by the family, and they run that particular business. In a lot of cases, it'll be restaurants, even some clothing, things of that sort. That just it's pretty small. The economy in free enterprise, and really in most cases, is going to be based on supply and demand. It's a basic economic principle. Excuse the bell. So the principle is going to dictate the price in a free market economy. If there's a high supply, meaning you have a lot of a particular item, but there is a low demand, your price is going to decrease because you have a lot of it, but people don't really want to buy that much, so you can't charge them too much money for it because you've got so much of it on the shelf or what have you. Conversely, a low supply and a high demand will lead to prices increasing. So if you only have a little bit of something, but almost everyone wants it, then they're going to have to pay in order to get it, and you can raise the price on those items. So within this principle, a high supply and a high demand mean you have great business. That is good for business. You have a lot of what you need, but you also have a lot of people wanting to purchase it, so you're doing well. If you have a low supply and you have low demand, that will basically lead you to the unemployment line. You don't have enough of what is necessary, but you also don't have people willing to purchase items, so you have no revenue coming in. There goes your job. All right, so supply refers to how much of something a company has to sell, again, and demand is going to refer to how much of the item is wanted or needed by people. And we'll talk about some examples and instances of the free market economy and supply and demand and things in our lives today that may be highly priced and you're wondering why in the world that is. We'll have those discussions in class.